Welcome. This is Unboxed and we are back with one more town hall, and I think one of the most interesting ones we've done in a very long time. The eternal question has always been projection or television, right? Should you buy a projector? Should you buy a television? If it's a big screen, that also usually got answered saying it's easier to buy a television. It's not as complex. The answers are fairly simple, easier to maintain, easier to put it up. And overall today, large screen televisions are becoming inexpensive. I mean, relatively speaking. So let's get started. Question number one, projection or television? Tikya, we'll start with you.
You know, it's changed from the product availability side. You have a very wide range of products and you can choose which one to put where. Where I have not seen it change is from the user deployment, purchase and perception side. And, you know, I asked this question to my condominium complex residents yesterday, and it's a fairly high-end one in terms of technology use. There are 3 of them who have projectors out of 270. And all of the 3 are using very high-end setups, you know, Bose systems.
Correct. So it's usually when you want to go for a home theater,
yes,
then you think of it.
There's no in-between. So there are lots of options. And some of the things they said are the usual problems you'll encounter. You need wiring and cabling, you need a separate sound system. You know, they think you need to cut off light and, you know, although you have high lumens. So I haven't seen a real change on the ground. But having said that, there are many products available that you can choose from.
So would you say that this is now a problem of knowledge and education rather than the product not being up to the mark?
I would say it is a problem of knowledge and education, but, you know, very much from the vendor side too, because I haven't seen simple answers to these questions. Yes, can I do without complex wiring? Do I have to put in wiring out there? Okay, they say, okay, use ultra short throw and put it right there or whatever. But some of the real questions that people have, at least I don't have answers to give them.
Great. I think that's the perfect question to come to you, Rajiv. You actually head within the country one of the biggest companies for projectors, BenQ. Now, let me understand. I completely agree. I've never walked into just a normal store where there's one projector, it could be a short throw, and one television, and I can actually get a comparison directly. I've never seen projectors sold the way they should be as an alternative to TV. So I truly agree that it's a knowledge and information problem more than a product problem. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would agree with that. So all the typical problems which used to be associated with buying a projector for home use are no longer there. So
Correct.
For an example, one of the price point was like in PK's complex, people are using projectors, but very high in use. So those projectors are also there. But the fact is that projectors now start for home use, full HD projectors from a price point of 75,000 rupees onwards, which is typically.
And what is a good screen size you'll get? Not one of those that are overblown. What kind of a perfect screen size would you get at its maximum?
Yeah, because these projectors are full HD, and supposing that there are more than 50 DTH channels now which are in full HD, you can comfortably get a screen size anywhere between say 110 inches up to 200 inches.
But dark
for
room
home
or
use.
Normal?
That also, because there is a range of projectors, so there is a set of living room projectors and there is a set of media room projectors. So media room projectors, it is assumed typically that you will have a dark or a near dark kind of environment. So they will produce better colors, but the brightness level will be on the lower side. Living room projectors are typically brighter, so you don't need to switch off the lights.
All lights.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So even with the normal lighting in living room, you can watch without dimming the lights or putting the lights off. So all kind of options are available.
But would you say then that the problem then exists at your retail level, where a customer walking in, I mean, I could do a survey for you right now. This is the perfect audience. They're young people, all of them will be buying these products, if not now, then the next year or two.
Yeah.
So we've only done maybe 5% of this conversation, but let's do the first poll, and that is, if you were to buy a large screen TV or projector, maybe for your room itself, in the next 1 year, how many of you would buy a TV? That's pretty much what you were saying. The percentage remains the same, Rajiv. Now, even after, and I've asked them this question after you've said that, look, the projector right now, for 70,000 rupees, you can get a 200-inch screen, and you don't even have to dim the light, right? So that means that even after they've understood the part that for 70,000 rupees, you can get, I think, at best, a 47 50-inch TV. You can't get anything better. So you're saying 3 to 5 times the screen size, no compromise, and they would still buy a TV. So don't you think it's the way you retail it? I mean, the problem is I can't get to see the magic you're talking about.
While we have made a lot of changes in the way that we sell the product, including lead retail, large format retail, also the various e-commerce website, but there are many more myths which are there in the consumer's mind. So while all the people sitting here, majority of them are still telling that I would rather buy a TV than a projector, then if I tell you that projector today, which is costing say 75,000 rupees to 1 lakh, is easier to set up than a television. So you don't have to do any wiring. It is like plug and play. You take it out of the box and you can straight away start projecting. You can connect your DTH into it. It gives you a generally higher warranty as a standard of industry for warranties. So for projectors, say it is 2 years, and the running cost is extremely low, maybe even lower than a TV. And you don't need to change the lamp very frequently. Lamp life, typically if you use the projector for 5 hours every day, it will last you minimum 3 years. Then what would be your answer?
Okay, let's try. Will it be the same? How many people would buy a projector in the next 1 year? Hearing what we've just heard. 1. Okay. 2. Let's get a mic to you. I want to know from the two of you why. Were you sitting here already convinced before the show started that you're in the projector room brigade, or has what's been spoken about swayed your decision?
Actually, I'm already using a projector at my house. Okay. So, and the quality I get on the projector in a room is more better than on a TV. Because the feeling I get on watching a high definition movie or 3D movie on the projector is much better than watching on a big screen TV.
So the number of friends that have come over to your house and have seen this, how many of them went and bought projectors?
Actually, many of my friends calls me only because they want to see a movie or...
Otherwise they don't like you, they don't want to call you. They only call you because you've got a projector. So now here's one more thing for all of you. If your social life is not very good, you don't have too many friends, you don't have people that talk to you, get a projector. A lot of people will call you. So what if they're calling you just for the projector? That's one feature you could put in your box.
Yeah.
Get more calls from friends, right? Yeah. So I think that's one part that you've forgotten, right? Most people seem to think dedicated room, lots of wiring, the setup will take a professional, running costs are very high. So you're saying most of these are now myths. Yes. Let's come to you. So what do you think? We've heard from PKR who's saying the product is there, but people don't know it. Right? We've heard from Rajiv, both things are in place, but it's tough really to get the message out.
Sure.
What is your thought process?